This is KG4BIZ, KD4CMK, W4SB. It seemed like there was somebody else in it, Tom. You copying me okay?
I trying to be copying you loud and clear, and I was talking to Steve. I don't know if anybody else in there or not. Over.
Okay, well, stand by there if you would, please. I thought I heard somebody in the background. I don't know whether it was Ricky or whom, but if that be the case, please come on, try again. Over.
Yeah, this is Ricky, W4KQB, but they can't hear me at all. I've been trying for 10, 15 minutes. I can't get in between. Over.
Well, I'm able to copy you, Ricky. All right, just stand by there. Tom and Tom first. Can you copy Ricky?
Barely.
Okay, Ricky, you heard that. Barely. Steve, can you copy Ricky? Over.
I have to do that, Tom, just barely. Over.
That's the reason why you guys couldn't hear him. I'm able to copy him here. Stand by, Tom and Steve. Ricky, have you changed antenna systems or something? Over?
No, but I had a power surge when I came home Friday. My line conditioner said extreme high voltage, so I had a surge. I don't know what else it could have done. I worked EX over the weekend on this radio on 20 meters. So I don't know what's changed, but I took a surge here. Over.
Okay, well, I'm able to copy you, but Tom and Steve are barely able to copy you. I have no issue, Ricky. I tell you what, let me go back to Tom. You stand by, Ricky, if you don't mind. If you've been trying for 10 minutes or so, yeah, we'll have to get that corrected. W4KQB, KG4BIZ. Tom, KD4CMK, KG4BIZ. Yeah, apparently Ricky had a surge or something over the weekend there, and it could have messed up something. Now, I'm able to copy Ricky, Tom, but I just want to let you know he's in there. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I'm going to move my beam a little bit, too. I apologize to Ricky. I didn't know there was anybody else in there, or we would have yielded. We were kind of absorbed in a conversation prior to the net. Over.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the conversation y'all were having. Now, I'm kind of interested in it myself. Okay, Ricky, you able to copy me okay, Ricky?
Yeah, here S9, full, sounds great. Steve is in the mud, but Tom just picked up a little bit. Yeah, I had an indication on my, my line conditioner. It was blank when I come in and said extreme high voltage. I had to reset it Friday when I got home. So somewhere I had a power surge, but no indication I lost power, but there was a heck of a surge that come through the line suppressor conditioner, and I had to reset it, and I don't know if I had a problem, and nothing's moved. The antenna's the same place. Over.
Okay, well, since Tom come up to you, I think Tom tweaked his beam there, so that leaves Steve. Let's see. Stand by, Ricky. Steve, are you able to tweak anything there because you're real low to Ricky? Over.
I could, let's see, you're at 165 degrees to me. He's at let me see, he's at 133 degrees to me. I could kind of split the difference and go out and move the Yagi slightly. Over.
Well, okay, if you want to do that, and that way we can all get on board here in one accord there. Steve, thank you so much for doing that. It's hot out there. Okay, all right, let me go back. First, Ricky, stand by there. Is there anybody else on the frequency that would like to come in at this moment? You may do so right now. Over.
KN4LQS.
Okay, David, let's see. I'll put a check mark next to your name, and that would put you at number 5. Got to take my shoes off here to count. All right. So we have David. Was there anybody else? Please come. Okay. Well, with that being said, we have, I think you can copy everybody in here, David, right?
Roger, roger.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go back up and we'll start with Tom. Tom, KD4 CMK, KG4BIZ. I guess you were able to copy David, KD4LQN?
I can copy David in the edge of the noise, but in order to get him, I think I'm going to have to move the beam. Just like when Michael comes in, I'm going to have to turn to reach him. Ricky, I don't know whether you've recorded what that voltage is, but I would lodge a complaint with your employer if that voltage was going too high.
Tom, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. No, it just said my line conditioner. It's the what the heck is the name of it? Anyway, I had unplugged all my antennas as I normally do. Like at the end of the QSO tonight, I'll unplug. But my line conditioner, this a PL Pro DMC, whatever. So I bought it years ago. It's a very expensive. It said extreme line voltage, and it was big red. I didn't have any flashing lights in the house, so I didn't have a loss of power, but I had a surge. I do have the Dominion, which you pay extra every month. I think I pay like $6 a month for surge suppression protection, up to $35,000 of damage in any equipment. So I have that as a liability or a backup insurance. But that's the first time I've ever seen this conditioner say that. So apparently we had a surge somewhere in the neighborhood on the circuit that I'm on, because the recloser out on the main circuit on the road, because everything here in the subdivision is underground. But the recloser would have opened and closed back up, and if it had a fall to ground, it would have opened and closed and then stayed open if it couldn't correct that. So that wasn't the issue, and it was somewhere in a surge. Lightning hit something somewhere, and it got through real quick here in the subdivision. But it didn't break any breakers, or it did not damage any equipment. It was just a line surge. And there's no way I could record that. It just showed it was a very high voltage in red on my screen. Right now I'm reading 123 volts alternating current. And that varies. This morning it was 121, then it was up to 100. I've seen it up as high as 128, and I've seen it as low as 118 over the years. I've had this for going on about 8 or 9 years. But this first time I've ever seen where it tripped the line conditioner. I don't know if you're familiar with the line conditioners, but they do compensate for over and under voltage. So it did what it was supposed to do. It tripped off. But no, nothing damaged, luckily. KG4 CMK, W4 KQB. And by the way, Tom, I want to say one thing. Last Sunday when you talked about the Atlantic Coast Pipeline, you had read before I got to work Monday and seen where Dominion and Duke Power canceled their interest. They sold everything to none other than Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. Most of the gas, natural gas is gone, and Dominion backed out of it. They got into a $6 billion debt, and they sold it for $10 billion. So they recovered the debt, and they got a couple billion profit. And Farrell, the CEO, I guess he played the monopoly game properly, and he won. He just got out of it. He said, it's a loser, let's get away from it. So the environmentalists have won their challenges that they predicted that they wanted to win and thought they would win. But unfortunately, the North and South Carolina people that needed that natural gas are now complaining and griping, and you know what, because now they're not going to get that gas. So you know, it's not a win-win. But anyway, that's the way it goes.
Guys, that was quite interesting there. I was wondering when something was going to happen, because they've been fussing about that pipeline for a long time. But boy, they were coming through, I think, national forest, but hey. So I'm glad that the environmentals won around here. That's so nice. But in any case, all right, I'll tell you what, Tom, KD4CMK, Ricky, W4KQB, we'll get back to you. Let's go down to David there, KD4LQN, KG4BIZ. How's everything going on your end, over?
KG4BIZ, KN4LQN, Tom, hello to everyone out in that. Things are okay. We had kind of a sad weekend. We had to put our 5-year-old pup to sleep yesterday. We got Lyme disease vaccine-related damage last year. Held on, but finally to the point where it's better to do that when he's kept going downhill. So it's been kind of a sad weekend, but looking forward to better ones coming up.
That is understandable. That's understandable. You know, we got to be good pet owners there. I think that's what you were talking about, over.
Yeah, and so we're glad that, you know, I've got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I think that they kind of understand if they had been sort of such a thing, it would have been different than actually a dog that not stop for a game. So I'm glad that they will share this experience. We didn't have to strong, and hope everyone has a we did find a little baby garden, or a little baby turtle in the garden today, so keep an eye out. Turtle
that's for human consumption. Yeah, we had our tomato plants. We have 6 plants, and they are flourishing. They are beautiful. And we were keeping an eye on one. It was a nice tomato, growing very nicely, turning red. And I told Joyce, I said, we're going to have to get that tomato. Went out there, and I didn't see it. It was gone. And I come in and I told Joyce, I said, tomato's gone. And so she went out and looked, and she said, well, if you look closer, you see where there's the skin. The skin was left. I don't know whether a squirrel had gotten and devoured that thing with the gusto of a hungry hound dog, but nothing with pieces of the skin was laying there. I said, well, that's not well. So if I start seeing those tomatoes get even more than a blush on them, I'll pick those suckers and bring it in our house and put it up on the windowsill. So, but anyway, yep, I agree with you. The turtles don't need to be eating your melon.
Yeah, we picked it up and we were getting it relocated, kind of put it out into the backwater garden again, because it's not probably made its way right back up to the front. We've got some big
BIZ, I'm going to defend the turtle.
We've also got the deer came by and chomped down some tomatoes. They were volunteers, so they're probably not very tasty. A lot of the tomatoes are hybrid, so their tomatoes don't come up the same way. We tried one, and it was mostly pulp, or flesh. There was no juice at all. And we also found our first tomato hornworm. It was a big one, 4 inches. So I'm buying everything. I don't know. I think the garden's going to be taken down here pretty quickly by the bugs.
Okay. Well, David, we'll get back to you and discuss this farther here. You stand by there. I heard Tom come in there, KD4LQN, KG4BIZ. Tom, you made a comment about a turtle?
Hey, you talking about turtles? I said, I'll defend the turtles, and Richard said, no, you won't either.
Oh, okay. So then Richard's in there now. Well, I'll tell you what, Tom, let me go. Richard, why didn't you say something? I'm listening, over. Well, I've never had turtle soup. But I'll let the wild turtles go. I don't know whether you eat box turtles or whether there's a specific type, or even snapping turtle I think is good to eat, but I'll let them turtles alone there. And there's too many other better good things to eat there, Richard. How are you doing this evening? We're holding fine over here. Let me see. Today, the only thing I did was go out and I had to reconnect the dipole 2-meter antenna. I just needed a, oh my goodness gracious, one of the barrel connectors. I put that in there. For some reason, I had left that unconnected and was using that beam for the 2-meter part. So that's back in line again. And, of course, I checked the tomatoes, and I wasn't about to leave any more out there. Whatever ate that first one, it wasn't going to be given an opportunity. But I think it was a squirrel, Richard, over.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay, all right. But other than that, we're doing fine here. We just, if we need to do something outside, go out quick, do it, and get back inside. And I've been fiddling around in the back room here and with the radio stuff and researching some items on the computer and everything. All right, Richard, you stand by there if you would, and I'll move on through here. WA4PH, KG4BIZ. And I'll take this opportunity. Is anybody else waiting in the sidelines to come in? Right now we have 6, myself included. Is anybody else? Please come. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We have Mike, and I got to get way out there in Amelia, John there. John, you're number 8 there. I tell you what, you stand by there, John, way out there in Amelia, KX4QC, and let me get Mike on board here. Mike, K4RKO, KG4BIZ. How you doing?
Last night we were nesting the wreck last night. Then I connected them and just they're beautiful. They really are. Really nice system. Don't know exactly when that'll be, but
okay, all right, Mike. Well, how are you doing with your antenna foundation? I guess that's still on hold over.
Yeah, I haven't done anything. Everything's still stacked up in the garage. I haven't really done anything at all. I haven't even turned the radiator on since blowing. I couldn't get my 80 meters from the Tuesday, I guess, before the last Tuesday. And I haven't turned them on. I did turn them on one time to check, test it, but nothing. I haven't turned anything on since then.
Yeah, I think that was on Monday there on 80. I think I heard you way in the distance, and Tom acknowledged you, but your signal was so low that you were down either with or below the noise almost there, Mike, over.
Well, the antenna's only 8 feet off the ground. There's only 7 feet of wire out there, so I'm surprised. Even did anything that had so much it works fairly well in 2017, but not to the great extent. So when I get the power and going, that will be considerably higher than it is. hopefully go ahead and work to get this in for a while in 2017.
Be fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because you've been kind of out of commission in that regard for a while now. But hey, the road to heck's paved with good intentions, and sometimes it, with a little bit of patience, everything will come back into line again. Mike, over.
Yeah, I hope every once in a while I'll go outside and take a big oil filled dummy load off next to the large radio and run it in hot standby for 20 minutes or so just to keep it ready and shut it down. And unscrew the dummy load from the cable and roll the cable back up. And that's pretty much all the amateur radio I've done except for a little bit on 6 and a little bit on 2 and 1 1/4 meter section.
Yeah, well, yes, this too, you know, everything will fall into place there, Mike. Mike, stand by there a little bit, and I'll move on through here. I got you on the log there, so K4RKO, KG4BIZ, stand by there. John, KX4QC, KG4BIZ, how are you doing? You're down near the noise, but I'm able to copy, over. Okay, so I take it whenever you initially come in there, you run you have on 10 watts, and now you moved it up to 100. Is that the way that went, over? Well, it works because I heard you on 10 watts there, and you sound great at, you know, on the 100 there. So I think everybody else, as we go through, they'll acknowledge receipt of your signal also, John. So I take it that you've been well, and you've been out in the heat and everything, so you're staying kind of staying away from the socialization, aren't you? Thank you very much, John. That sounds great. That sounds great. We'll count. You're in here. You're number 8 there. Before the night's over, maybe I can make it up to 10. KX4QC, KG4BIZ. You're doing great there. All right, Tom. Let's say. Let me see. Is there anybody else who would like to come in before I go back up to the top? That's a negative receipt there. KD4CMK, KG4BIZ. Tom, it's your turn. Okay. What, no response to that, Tom, over? Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you there, John. That's quite interesting, really is. Yeah, hey, Tom, by the way, I called and talked to Mike. He seemed like he was in good spirits there, and it sounds like that, you know, you could tell there's still, well, anyway. But I had a nice conversation with him, spent, I guess, about an hour chatting with him. And he told me about your visit. That was very enjoyable at the time there. So I told him maybe in a week or so or something like that, I'll give him a call and see if he's available and go over there and do the same social distancing like you and he did. And just sit there and have a good round of talking about everything general and some nonsense and all that kind of stuff, Tom, over. You're right, Tom. By the way, I did change the subject there. I did talk. Yeah, I checked out that website, the cheap QSL cards. And by the way, whenever I get to you, David, I did get your QSL card. Thank you so much. Quite neat there. But I'll discuss that whenever I get to you, David. But yeah, that's I got to pick up some QSL cards, and I like that because the site that you gave me, Tom, had about 3 different levels up to very expensive cards there, and I probably get the base of the middle. Because I think periodically it's nice to be able to, if you talk to somebody from a distance, send them a card there. Over.